Hey everybody, it's Danielle with Inspire Me to DIY. We are right dead smack in the middle of summer. So it's pretty warm outside, it's great pool weather here, and we're ready to go. I know that a lot of people are doing Christmas in July, and I hope to do one of those projects pretty soon, but today I have a super cute project for you. It's these little shoes that I painted bees on. What do you think? I know it looks pretty difficult, but really this is a super simple project. I started out, I went to Hobby Lobby. So I started out with a pair of regular shoes. You can get all kinds of canvas shoes. I like these because they look a little bit more dressy than just the sneakers with the bows that you lace up. And yes, I wear a size 10. Actually, I wear a size 11. So 10, they're hard to find. These only come as high as 10. So I'm going to squeeze my feet in these because they are going to be super cute. What we're going to start with, see the honeycomb that I did there? You'll never believe what I used to paint that on. Bubble wrap. Is that not awesome? Now, if you happen to have bubble wrap that hasn't been smashed, popped, we like to do that around here. Grab a piece or go buy a piece at Dollar General. They have it. And this is what we're going to use for our project. I have 4 different colors. I am going to use my Apple Barrel King's Gold. I love that. It's almost a honey color. And then I have Folk Art Coffee Latte. Oops, there it is. I have Folk Art Medium Yellow, and you can see this baby's been used quite a bit. It's really thick too, so I have to water it down. And then last but not least, I have what's called Real Brown by Folk Art. These are the 4 colors that I used. In fact, I even mixed a couple together to get just what I wanted. After you get your 4 colors, you're going to need your Mod Podge, and we're going to use that at the end of the project just to seal it, so if you're stuck out in the rain, it's not going to ruin your shoes. First off, I'm going to show you how I drew my little bees. And really, they look difficult, but they're pretty easy. First of all, I printed off a whole bunch of different kind of bees. This is closer to the bee we're going to use because it's easier. But you can see some are pretty elaborate, which I would love to do this on a shoe, but I'm not that good. And then I got just some black and white ones, and then I blew up a couple of those just to see what I want. But we're going to start off doing the easy bee because it's easy. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this upside down, so I'm going to make it really big, and let me show you what I did. First of all, I kind of made a shape like that. Can you see it? Should I use a marker? Okay. And then I'm going to put an oval shape on the top of that. And then a little circle on the top of that. And I didn't complete the circle because that's his little head. Okay? Super easy. I'm going to do some stripes across. And I think my bees only have 2 stripes because they're so small, but you can do 3 like that. I'm going to give them some little antennae. I don't know the plural. And I put little dots on it. I didn't do that on my my shoe, but you can. And then I'm going to give him 2 little legs that are sticking out. I know he has more, but only 2 are going to be showing, and I'm not going to make them the same. I'm going to make one out a little bit more and one comes up and down. Okay? Last are the wings. And what I did with the wings is I came out about this far from the center oval. And I'm going to do the same shape I did for his body, but it's going to end up at the top of this oval. So I'm going to come down and come up. So let me show you. Come down And I'm going to do the other side too while I'm at it. All right, see, super easy. Even his wings aren't the same. It doesn't matter. No two bees are alike anyways. God's kind of cool like that. So this is the basis of our bee. Now, if you would like, you should probably save this to your page, this video, so you can refer back to it. Because if you're like me, there's so much posting going on Facebook that I can't find the thing that I need when I need it. So if I save it to my page or share it, in other words, I'll be able to find it a whole lot easier. So we're going to start off with a nice clean shoe. I kept the stuffing in the toe. It's just easier to work with. It doesn't collapse so much on you. And let's get out our bubble wrap. Now, it's hard for me to find ones that haven't been popped. Just make sure you get a good section that hasn't been popped. And I am going to take my 4 colors. You can see I kind of mixed some of them. And I do have a glass of water also. I'm going to just take a little of one color and brush it lightly across the top of my bubbles. And then a little bit of the next color, kind of do the same. So it gets a little layered effect. And you can tell I'm using the same brush for all of it. So the colors kind of blend a little bit together. I'm just going to use a tiny bit of the dark. Okay, I want a little bit more light on there. And don't smush down because you don't really want it in between your bubbles a whole lot. Just on the top. All right. I found it easier, instead of picking this up and putting it on my shoe, taking my shoe and rolling it over. So I'm going to start with the back first. See how I've got it there? And I'm just going to kind of roll it over. Cute. See? Not bad at all. Fairly easy. You know, I'm going to take it off of the rubber, though, because I don't really want the sole of my shoe painted. All right, and then I'm going to do this with each one. Each time I roll it on my shoe. And you can tell I did quite a bit on this shoe. I rolled it all over the place. Okay. Oh, shoot. I got into my dark. Don't want my dark. All right. Just kind of reload my bubbles. And bees have really... They're getting scarce, and it's kind of a scary thing because a lot of our flowers and plants don't grow without bees. And I know there are certain... we used to keep bees as a... when I was like in my 20s. Oh, I like how that one turned out. So I know the process of taking care of bees, and it's really fairly simple. You get your bees, and we got our bees through the mail, which is kind of fun. But you get your bees, you set them up in a hive, and you let them go. You just don't do anything until it comes time to harvesting the honey, if you want to harvest the honey. If you don't, they're going to eat it over the winter anyways. But if you do harvest, they'll just make more. Oh, see, I did the toe of that one. I like that better. I didn't do the toe of this one. I might fix that. Let's see if I can get another roll on that. Sweet. That looks just like honeycomb. So, I have a girlfriend told me yesterday that Morgan Freeman, the actor, bought a ton of property, I guess, to raise bees on, because he knows, that they're getting scarce, and it's kind of a scary situation. So, I don't know if he's going to raise the bees himself or if he's hiring people, what it is he's doing. But I thought it was a really cool thing. Nice. Got it all over my soul. But you know what? That's not too bad. So I do. I'm sure the stuff on the rubber part will wash off. I got these shoes at Hobby Lobby, but you can also get them at the Dollar General. I think they just have the Keds kind of tennis shoe. This is the Tom's kind of tennis shoe. Tom-esque, Tom-like. I don't know. Okay. And make sure you don't press down too hard or you're going to wind up smushing it. Now you can tell my shoes aren't exactly alike, but I like that. I like the fact that each one is different. I'm going to put a little bit more over here because I think that's just a little too bare. All right. So, it's hard to believe summer's half over already. I've been seeing back to school commercials. It's like too much, too fast. I want to enjoy summer. All right, let's see if I can do that last part on here. All the things you can do with bubble wrap, who knew? Like it, okay? And I kind of like leaving that part a little white. I think I'm going to put a B right there. I'm going to do something with this, though. Okay, what do you think? Cute. All right. I'm going to get this out of the way. Kind of fold it on itself so I don't get paint all over the place. Now, I use my, I got paint on me. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my Micron 005. My hand's in the way. To draw my bees. I didn't do them with pencils first because I practiced quite a bit on paper to get them just how I wanted them. And I'm going to put them in a lot of my empty spots, but I'm also going to put them on top of some of my dots. I didn't paint their little wings because I wanted them to look more see-through. All right. Without getting my hand in the paint, I am going to draw my body and put a couple of stripes. Oh, you know what? I bet I have room for 3 stripes on this one. I made them pretty big. Maybe it's the queen. Maybe it's a her. Okay, little antenna. I got a leg over here, leg over here, and then the wings. Let's see if I can, what do you think? You see that? Pretty cute. All right, I'm just going to draw them all first, and then I'll paint them. Just kind of put them where I want them. I was going to draw a little honeycomb, you know, like the little triangular honey hive that they show that I've never really seen in real life. The bees that we kept, we had bee boxes. But the little honeycomb that they show a lot. I was going to draw that, and then I thought, you know what? I think it might take away from what I'm doing. All right. I don't want to smear my honeycomb, my bubble dots. Okay, that's 2. I'll put a little guy back here. I had like 7 on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got to at least do a couple more on here. And putting Mod Podge over the top will help it if you get stuck in the rain and your shoes get all wet. It'll help it from the paint running. Okay. Oh, so you know I'm really concentrating when I don't talk. I talk a lot. All right, so I have a bee going this way and a bee going this way. Maybe I should have one going down. So they're doing all different things. I have some extremely exciting news. I'm pretty excited. This week on my blog and on Facebook, I am going to be debuting my t-shirt collection. I have started a store called Inspire Me Fabulous. Oh, I don't have room for the whole bee. Oh, well. Inspire Me Fabulous, where I have a line of t-shirts and stickers and postcards and tank tops and dresses and cinch sack bags and wall art. And I know it's a lot, but it's my my watercolor designs. This is one of my shirts. Be truly glad. There is wonderful joy ahead. And this is from 1 Peter 1, 6 and 7. I love sunflowers. I love bees. I love anything summer. So I think these shoes are going to go great with this shirt. So when you get time this week, it should be out around the 21st, 22nd. Please stop by and take a look. I would so appreciate that. And drop me a line saying how much you like it, or you want to see things different, or I would love your opinion. Been working super hard on this, and so has my girlfriends. I have 2 girlfriends that have really been helping me a lot with this. And without them, without your girlfriends anyways, who are we? Not a lot. Okay, I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4 on here. Let's do one more. I'm gonna put him right here. I can't believe I've done all of this so far without my cheater glasses. I'm gonna need them to paint though. All right. Get his little legs on. And you can see how fast this is going. I mean, I've just got the hang of drawing these bees, just step by step. And it's super easy. Okay. One more. I gotta do one more. There we go. Put his little stripes on, his little legs. And I think once you get used to it, the fact that it doesn't have to be perfect, it's actually fun. All right. I got one headless bee because I put him up. Where'd he go? Put him up too close to the sole, so he's diving down into the ground, I guess. All right. Got my bees on. Time for coffee. And now we're going to start painting. All right, I don't need my wide brush anymore. This is a 1/2-inch brush. I use that to paint my bubble wrap with, but I do have my glass of water over here on the side. And I got smart. Water's over here, coffee's over here, so hopefully I don't mix them up this time like I did last time. Sad day. All right, I have a little 6-inch round. Yes, I do need the glasses for this. A 6-inch round that I am going to paint my bees with, and I'm actually going to use the same brush for all my colors. I am going to paint his little body this brighter yellow, what is it called, medium yellow. So let's start here. I'm just going to paint all their little bodies, get them all done at once. And that medium yellow is so thick, I'm going to have to mix a little water with it. Be careful, don't mix too much water with your paint or your colors will run. And that's not pretty unless you're doing like a watercolor design, because watercolors do run a little. And I think a lot of that's really pretty. I love watercolors, and I wanted so much to sell my watercolors on t-shirts and stuff. And the only way to do that successfully is to paint them. I had to paint them on my computer with a stylist and some pretty hefty price software, but it's been quite a learning curve, and I'm pretty excited by the way things turned out. So I'm hoping that you love it. I would love, I really want the feedback. Right now, I don't think I have my stickers on the site that I will be putting that on, but all my clothing's up there, and I have posters and I have dresses, which the dresses I'm not quite sure about yet because they're coming from the UK and it takes quite a long time to get them. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that line, but we'll see. It depends on how much people want to wait for something. If you're like me, I have no patience. Okay, his little body in the center. Where's my paper? In the center here, the little oval. I'm going to do that coffee latte. So it's a little bit lighter brown. And then the dark brown is going to be for his head and for the stripes. Woo, almost hit my coffee. All right, so let's do his little body. That's one body. One bee body. Two. If you don't have a micron pen, you can use a really fine tip Sharpie, but it's going to be a lot thicker line than I got with my micron. See how thin that line is? So a real fine Sharpie will work great, and it is waterproof. So if you get your shoes wet, it won't be a big deal. But just remember, your lines are going to be a lot thicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got little bee bodies. Now I'm going to do little heads. And I'm using the, what did I say? It's called Real Brown. And it is. It's real brown. And I'm going to need a little bit more, though. I'm using this for the stripes and for his head. Oh, I got to roll my brush a little bit to make the point finer. Because I don't want really thick stripes on my bee. Now, if you want to put little polka dots at the end of his antennas, that would be really cute too. I think I'm going to leave mine the way it is. Okay. You can't draw, but I'm not seeing anybody's names. Somebody wrote, if you can't draw, could you trace the printed ones? You could, but the problem with that is if you use a carbon paper to transfer your bee on there, it's going to smudge all over your shoe, and that will not come off. So I don't know if that would be, if you could do that or not. But I think if you just see your bee as a series of shapes and not see it as a whole bee, because some people get real wigged out about that, just see it as your oval with the point, and then your sideways oval and your part circle, and then draw your sticks from there. The only difficult part, I think, is the wings. And if you just make your marks where you want them to each end and then just come out from there, practice. If you practice on paper for a little bit and get more confident with it, I think you'll be just fine. Be just fine. Ha, get it? Okay. I think... Oh, no, got one more. I thought this was the last bee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, one more bee. He's hiding over here. And see how fast this goes? I want to get another pair of shoes and maybe do lemons. Those are just ovals with little squares at the ends. Super easy. The hardest part of those would just be the leaves. I think that would be cute also. Okay. All of my bees are on there. And their little honeycomb. Did that not turn out sweet? I would let this dry quite a while before you do your Mod Podge, so I'm going to do my other shoe. that's already dry. Super cute. All right, and I am going to use my my 1/2 inch again. And just go, you could go over the whole shoe, but I don't know. It's glue and water. Uh-oh. There we go. It's glue and water, so I don't know how stiff it would make the shoe. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, cheaters. And I'm just going to go over my bees and my painted parts and let it dry. Now, I might find out later that only certain parts of the shoe are stiffer than others, and it doesn't lay well. If that happens, I'll put Mod Podge over the whole shoe. But see, I'm just going over just the painted parts. Let's get my paint out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And I would give this a couple of coats, but let it dry a few hours in between. I plan on wearing my shoes tonight. I'm going out on a date with my husband. It is date night. We are going to dinner and a movie, the traditional date night. And I'm super excited. We're going to go see Black Widow, which is one of my favorite characters because she's a redhead. Who wouldn't like that? And she's tough. She's just a tough character. And who doesn't want to live? Notice how I'm painting out of the lid? I'm just going to put a little more in there. It's so easy that way. I didn't even realize I was doing that. Okay. It's so neat to see characters that you can identify with. And I think that's why they have blondes and brunettes and redheads and, you know, that are different tough characters so you can identify with them. It's kind of fun. It's like, yeah, I could be her. And I love little fantasy movies like that. I think Marvel characters and comics and stuff like that. The fantasy stuff that's fun. I like to watch that. Now, I'm not into blood and gore and scary movies. I'm not into scary movies at all. I like to sleep at night. So scary movies would forbid that from happening. All right, so it's easy to tell what parts you've painted already because it's got a little cloudiness to it. That will all dry clear. Okay, let me start going this way and then back around. What's nice about doing shoes is you can get your hand inside, so you don't actually have to touch the goop that you're putting on, whether it's paint or Mod Podge. All right. So summer's halfway over. I don't have any school-age children anymore. My kids are all grown. But I can remember the rush for school clothes and all of those supplies that they needed. And I think down the road, maybe in a couple of weeks, I'm going to do some back-to-school supply stuff. And, you know, it'll probably be mostly for girls, but I bet you could switch it up for boys, too. Oh, real life, y'all, got cat hair in there. Do not want to glue. Oh, no, it's not cat hair. It's from my paintbrush. Do not want to glue that on my shoe. There it goes. Get off. Gee whiz. All right. I think what I'll do is like maybe decorated pencil pouches that they can put their supplies in, and it will attach to their 3-ring binder. So you could do boys or girls with that, depending on what you put on the outside. Like my last pencil pouch where I did the bicycle. I don't know if you saw that. That's more of a summer thing. And that was a bigger pouch. It really wasn't a pencil pouch. Okay, so I have the whole thing coated. I will wait a couple hours, do the second coat, and then hopefully by that time I can paint or Mod Podge my other shoe. This is the pouch I was talking about. See, it's too big for a pencil pouch, but you could put a little wrist strap on there and it could be a wristlet. It's big enough for your wallet or anything like that. But I'm going to be doing, they're like half this size. So like this zipper pouch for pencils and stuff. And we'll paint some cute back to school design. I don't know. I'll have to research that. If you have any ideas what you would like to see on there, please send them to me. I relish the comments. It helps me to figure out what I want to do next and what you guys want to see next. So this was my project today, only 30 minutes. And I have a shoe, so in an hour you can have a pair of shoes. And didn't they turn out cute? If you don't want to do bees, whatever you're into, I really do think I'm going to do the lemons because I like lemons. But super cute, easy project. Let me see, I got both of them here. There's my pair. If you like this, please show all your friends, share it to other people, sprinkle it all over Facebook, and hopefully I'll see you next Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me, and I would love to hear all your comments. If you decide to make these, it would be great if you shared the pictures with me. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great Saturday. Bye.